Before the internet was created, people communicated by remembering things like times and when they should be somewhere. People would write letters and notes to each other and send it through the mail. Believe it or not, people still do that to this day. The way people found out information was either from other people telling other people through the grapevine, or they read the newspaper. Writing letters and mailing them was very effective for a long time if you were trying to communicate with someone that lived a long distance away from you. Before this, you basically could not communicate with people that lived far away. In 1653, a Frenchman, de Valliere, established a postal system in Paris. He set up a mailbox and delivered any letters placed in them if they used prepaid envelopes that he sold. Soon, a lot of people started liking his new innovation and slowly started expanding throughout Europe. This system got to the U.S. slowly, but we took the idea and made our first post office department in 1792.
While information in the form of letters, newspapers, and telegraphs was a start, it wasn't efficient, especially for a population that was more than 1 billion by the 1800s. And by 2020 was expected to grow 8-fold. We needed change. All these options were obsolete for a growing and advancing world. In the early stages of society, flow of information and ideas were paramount for mankind to greatly accelerate technological advancements and flow of information. A functional society was created, and the world as we know it was set into overdrive in the criteria of innovation, scientific, and technological growth. Furthermore, by the late 1800s, we would see the first prototypes of phones being constructed and published around people's homes. Early insights and ideas around a globalization of connection through a network sparked up. This was the early steps of a world connected entirely via the internet.
In the early 1900s, Nikola Tesla toyed with the idea of a world wireless system. Nobody knows who first used the word internet. It just became a shortcut around the time for internet working. The earliest written use of the word appears to be by Vint Cerf in 1974. By 1975, the first prototype was being tested. This was a really big process during the invention of the internet. On the 6th of August 1991, the World Wide Web became publicly available. Its creator, the now internationally known Tim Berners-Lee, posted a short summary of the project on Alt Hypertext Newsgroup and gave birth to a new technology which would fundamentally change the world as we know it. Lastly, the internet changed now and earlier, but also, what does the internet become in the future? But we will never know the true effects the internet will have on us in the future until the future comes.
Internet connection will eventually be automatic and permanent. People will not have to log on. Individual connections will be necessary and outages will be reduced. Augmented reality and virtual reality will be more prevalent. Futuristic devices such as Google Glasses will become very common. People will start to carry the internet right in their glasses and have access all day. The internet will be connected to many things like refrigerators, vehicles, heart monitors, and wallets. People are already building smart homes where all home controls and the relies of the internet. People can heat their house and turn on their oven before they leave work. It is predicted by 2030, Mars will have internet access connecting to Earth. The first people to settle on Mars will be able to talk to friends and family back on Earth through the internet. One bad thing about the internet development is that machines might take over your job in the future. Machines will start doing more jobs, and people will have more trouble finding work. It will make our job system unbalanced. Another problem with the fast pace of internet development is that people and businesses are not going to be able to keep up with the changes. For example, it would be difficult for people to read algorithms and keep up with the pace of modern technologies and counting skills. The internet would eventually be able to find answers to cases and unwrap technological puzzles. Overall, the internet will go one way or the other. That's for the future to tell.